You know, I still think we should just hit overhead with stick.
I disagree. The fist is more effective.
The fist is, yes, but you risk chance of breaking bones in hand, and that means you are then not going to be so good at the dexterous things, you know, lockpicking and such.
Skill issue, get you better hands.
You are the worst to play with. Anyway, I have 3 of hearts.
Oh, full house.
How have we done this? I have 1 card.
Welcome in, everyone. So I almost said the Guild of Icons. It's just the only phrase I know anymore. Welcome to Blades in the Dark. It's a fine howdy doody. I don't know. I wrote a script and then I deleted the file. All right, that's how today's going. Okay. I was like, oh, I don't need this notepad open anymore. Let's just close it without saving. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Happy birthday, Nick.
Oh, God damn it.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Ahoy and happy birthdays.
Yeah, I'm meant to jump straight in with happy birthday, but I'm totally thrown by this new screen we've got up.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very nice.
I did some layout. Now it's all layouty instead of just empty like it was before.
I can't see it because my laptop is 10 years old, probably. And I don't trust it.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't trust any technology, no matter how old it is. But yeah, when it gets older, it starts getting a personality, you know? Like, it starts getting ornery. It starts getting angry and like set in its ways.
It has a voice.
Yeah, it definitely. And mine is please stop trying to render things throughout the night. I need to sleep. But anyway, tonight I'm not running the game tonight. It's great. I get to sit back and relax. Tonight is going to be in the very capable hands of one Aaron Brioche right above me.
Hey.
And that's it. That's me. I'm shutting up now. I'm never saying anything again. Over to you.
Alrighty. Okay, so Nick, Spectre takes level 4 harm.
Oh,
How would you like to describe his death?
it was painful. Exceedingly
That's
painful.
better than boring, so...
I'm just going to sort out my camera, which is, for some reason, is deciding to green screen out my teeth, and that looks weird.
No comment.
Just cosplaying as Spectre after he's had a bit of a tumble.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe such a bad tumble. He just ended up with a hole going through his entire head, I guess.
I just dropped the gain down. I think that, yeah, I've got teeth now. That's okay. That was weird.
Well, who's ready for some blades then? We shall begin at your temple, where of course you worship the orb, aka the sun. And well, what would you all be sort of idly doing while you're there? Let's just set the scene a bit.
Spectre is polishing tools.
Bark is ripping pages out of a book she stole from the university, wadding them up, and throwing them at the back of Spectre's head.
Will you stop that?
No.
Frost is pouring around pouring over the orbs, pamphlets, and such, and trying to reconcile them with Andalism as best he can. But he's been at that for ages, and only looks more and more frustrated as the time goes on.
Cray is tuning his violin and talking either to himself or a ghost. Nobody's quite sure.
Well, speaking of, you all hear a quiet rattling noise, and you're not quite sure where it's coming from. Now, as you're doing your various activities, you just think it's nothing. But the thing is, it just keeps being persistent.
What is...
So have you got a screw loose over there?
I have several screw looses at the moment.
Keep it down, I'm trying to tune.
Noise is not me. I am silent. I am I am Ghost. Noise.
Frost is just kind of
Noise is one of you.
Yep. Another page hit Spectre.
Noise is back, I think.
Don't blame me. I'm not doing anything. I'm just studying. Bark looks at the book. Engineering.
Frost has set his unfolding hammer on the table and is just staring at it, hoping it's not trying to unfold itself. It's not.
After a few more moments, the noise gets even louder, and you think you actually hear something creaking.
Do I know from where?
What would you like to roll, just to determine the direction? It's going to be controlled either way at this point.
I mean, I suppose survey would be the best here. Even if I'm not very good at it.
Yep. Do you want to push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
No, not for this.
Okay, fair enough. Roll away. Okay. That's a 5, so yeah. You realise the...
that is a 3.
Oh yeah, you've got... Oh yeah, 0 dice. Yeah, that's 3, so it's a failure. So I'm going to say, as you stand up, you sort of knock over... You accidentally, as you stand up, you just knock over your chair, and in the noise, you just can't hear. And obviously, you're waiting for the noise to just start again, so you can get a good read on it. But yeah, that obviously your chair clattering over has just completely messed that up.
Can Cray and I take a squint into the ghost field, see if we notice anything?
Yeah, I mean, Cray's gonna stand up with all this noise, and be like, "All right, that's it. I can't tune in all of this. What is going on? Is there some sort of shenanigans going on, ghost people?"
Hey, I'm gonna say if one of you wants to try and attune, you can.
I've got nothing in a tune, so if you want to go ahead.
I've got nothing in the tune either.
All right.
You're the one with the magic music. I assumed that you were all attuned. Okay. I'll go for it if I can find the right window. Okay.
Yep.
All Bark knows about ghosts is how to punch them.
This is fair.
Okay, you said this is is this going to be controlled as well?
Yep, this is controlled, so
Okie dokie.
basically things aren't going to be too bad if you mess up.
Okay. I'm going to go with bog standard, 2 dice. 4.
Okay, 4, that's a success. Okay, you realise that the creaking is actually coming, so you sort of attune, and you realise there's something at the window. And you also, as you look at the window a bit closer, you realise is what's been rattling and creaking as far as you can tell.
Activate my Ghost Fighter aura and just try to put my hand on the window and just stop it shaking and see if that does anything.
Okay, you put your hand on the window and hold it firmly, and it stops shaking. Then, from behind you, you hear
I hear
bark.
what? Sorry.
We hear absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I think that it's blank that out again.
Yeah, okay, I'll abandon that. I thought I was being super clever. Wait, I know.
Yeah, Folly cleverness doesn't work so well with Discord, unfortunately. With the default settings, anyway.
How about this?
Oh, crikey, what is that?
Oh, I just grabbed a Perspex lid from all my rotary tool bits and put the dice in that to shake about.
Well, if it's not words,
right,
I spin around and punch it.
Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't do that because, Bark, the lantern on your desk is now rattling very rapidly.
Oh, I thought it was directly behind me. Okay.
Oh, no, not directly behind you, sorry.
All right.
Bark just puts her hand on top of it and holds it firmly.
Okay. It stops rattling because you're holding it still.
No noise.
Cray, a couple of bottles nearby you start rattling.
All right, what is going on? We don't usually get this sort of weird stuff happening in the temple. You'll just pick up the bottles.
Can I use a tune to try and either either work out like a location where if it has any corporality to it, where it would can I figure out where I can attack to hit something with Ghost Fighter on, or failing that, try to draw it into one place so I can whack it? Oh, also I want to pick up my hammer and unfold it.
Yep, you can try and attune again since you've got a better idea of what you're looking for. In fact, Spectre, I'm going to say there's a small pool of grease from where you've been sort of polishing your tools, and it basically sort of starts bubbling, and the table, part of the table just near it, starts just wobbling.
This is not good for calibration.
So should I roll?
Yep, roll away. You're no longer, it's going to be a risky standard this time because you're no longer under controlled circumstances, because something's lost its patience.
It ain't alone. Is there any kind of devil's bargain in the works, potentially?
The devil's bargain. Devil's bargain. Oh, I suppose fairly simple devil's bargain here. By tuning, if you succeed by tuning, you're going to draw the whatever entity's involved here. You're going to draw its attention, and it's going to focus on you specifically.
If that draws it into one place at the same time, that's exactly what I want. Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna go for it. And we get 5.
Okay. What you see is you aren't entirely sure what you see actually. Basically, all these things, the window, the bottles, the lantern, the pool of oil, they all sort of seem to flash briefly. But you also see basically something on Bark. Well, basically her jacket. Presumably Bark's wearing a jacket of some sort, right?
She has a leather jacket which has the sleeves ripped off. So it's more of a leather vest.
Okay, sorry. Okay, yep. There's basically also a glint coming from Bark's leather vest. And you just sort of think for a moment about what these things might have in common. But this all becomes a bit less of a conundrum when you are sort of sort of a humanoid figure well up in the ghost field, and it's going to start approaching you.
Approaching who?
Sorry, it's going to start approaching Frost.
Bark, your jacket's haunted. Throw it here.
No. I stole this.
I have had enough
If
of
you're the
this.
person you took it from, I think they want it back. Throw it here. I'll smash them out of it.
Oh, I doubt it. That person is very much still alive.
I'm going to draw the ghost blade. I'm going to say,
Okay.
What are you doing here? Are you related to these solicitors that keep finding us? You are a nuisance. Be gone from here.
I will attempt that as a command, which I'm very bad at.
Okay. Well, that's what I like to hear. Roll away.
Oh, right. Okay, there we go. I see it. Risky standard?
Yeah, risky standard.
All right, here we go.
Oh no.
Oh no.
How I wish this game had critical failures. Yep,
I
you
think we're looking at
fail.
one.
Ooh, that's harsh.
Closest. to
So, yeah. Not only do does this fail to sort of impress whatever entity this is, but basically the oil that was on your desk continues to bubble, and it basically spontaneously ignites.
Oh no. My tools!
I'm going for them, even though they're on fire. I've got to rescue.
My tools! Help me with these.
Okay. You can resist this consequence, or you can roll something. Try and roll something. I'll let you decide.
I'm gonna resist. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna resist.
Okay. So, presumably you're going to try and just put out the fire, or are you just going to grab your tool?
I think I'm probably going to grab the tools and just get them away from it as quickly as possible, and then sort of deal with them once they're away from the fire.
Okay, that's fair. I think then we'll call this, is this prowess or resolve? Yeah, I think we'll call this prowess to resist then, because obviously you're just trying to grab them as quickly as possible.
Okay, I will roll that. A 5. So,
yeah, okay,
suffer 1 stress, not bad.
Yep. Okay, so you've managed to get your tools off the burning table. It's not really a particularly large fire or anything. There's not necessarily much of a risk of the table catching. It might just be last as long as or it takes for the oil to boil away. But yep, this entity is still very much here.
All right, everybody, just calm down. Look, we don't usually get ghosts coming into the temple, so it probably just wants something. Let's just talk to it. Hello, ghost friend. How are you doing? What can we do for you?
You don't get any response.
All right, maybe it just needs a bit of relaxation going on. Let's I'll play it a tune. So I'll tune up my guitar, and I'm gonna try and sway the ghost with my violin, with the with the ghost fighter imbued spirit energy.
Okay, yep, that sounds good. Roll away.
Risky standard.
Yep, risky standard. Ooh, we have a 6. That's of course a success without any consequences, so I'm going to say the creature stops in its tracks, and it just sort of vaguely gestures to a very specific patch on Bark's vest.
I look down at the patch.
Okay, you actually look very carefully, and you actually see embedded in your jacket is a tiny shard of well, it looks like glass, but as you carefully pick it out and look a bit closer, you realise it's actually a tiny piece of a shard from a broken mirror. You sort of think back, and you remember the incident in the barber shop, where of course a mirror turned out to have been haunted, and you realise that this must be a little shard of that mirror, and therefore the ghost.
Oh, is this you? Yours? Do you want this?
The creature raises its hand and basically mimes crushing something in it.
I mean, I'm always down for that. I smashed the mirror shard.
Okay, as it crushes,
I probably shouldn't have done that.
Yep. Well, the silhouette sort of does the whole. Yeah, it stretches its arms out in a T pose, pushes them back slightly, and just fades away. It would appear you've resolved this mini haunting.
Where'd you get that mirror from?
It's at least one of the ones I punched. I've punched quite a few.
Huh.
Well, that was weird.
Yep. Roll credits, I guess.
Wait, Bark looks back into her book. Here, Spectre, you can use this. It's a page on fireproofing tools. I rip it out, wad it, throw it at him.
You know what? No consequence. This is just a 14 roll, just to roll me to see how well this wad goes.
Oh, okay. What's the roll? The fortune roll you said?
I thought it's basically just it's the same as any other roll. It's just there won't be any consequences for it. It's more just to see how something pans out. Okay. Yeah. Basically, fortune roll would be using any stat you wanted, but if you want to.
Oh, sorry. You said roll fortune, and there was just you said fortune roll, and there's a button that just says roll fortune.
Oh, that would be the.
That's what you meant.
Yeah.
So just any one you said.
Yeah, any ability you think would work for this.
Yeah, 4.
Okay, it does sort of splatter on the desk next to Spectre, but it doesn't look particularly impressive. Maybe a bit childish.
I have had it with this childishness, and I'm taking my tools. I will be in my bunk.
Okay. Well, That's the cold open. So you've answered a message from Bennet. You're basically an astronomer who's allied with your cult, and she's basically told you she wants something. So you've basically been invited to her. I'm going to say she probably works at the university, so it's possible Bark knows her a bit.
If she works at the university, I definitely know her.
Okay. In fact, I don't know, maybe that's how you ended up getting recruited. I don't know. But yeah, she has a sort of a bit of a quiet study near the back of the sort of faculty buildings. Her office is basically located near the roof because she has a telescope set up, and it's basically the university's head astronomer. Well, maybe not hair. Yeah, well, she's probably the head astronomer because there's not many people who actually care about it. What with the most of the celestial bodies disappearing. Are you all going to just accept her invitation and go meet her in her office?
Huh?
Yeah,
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I reckon
Yes.
so.
I see no reason why not to meet them in place where they work.
Okay. So you obviously you all convene at her office. There's a little tray of biscuits in the corner. And
As we enter the university, I gesture to the others, welcome all to my home. This is the only place I've ever grown up.
This explains a lot of, what is just generally wrong with you.
Never been in a university before. Lots of smart people, right?
several students walk past wearing traffic cones on their head.
Only the best.
Smart people look weird, eh?
Only the best. Hope y'all like stairs, because this place has a lot of stairs. And we gotta go straight to the top.
Yep, everyone take minor heart, first level harm, exhausted.
Stairs.
Only
So
joking.
you know it's a college.
Yep. After walking up a series of long winding stairs, you make it to her office. And as I said,
I'm sorry. One more thing. Have y'all ever played the Final Fantasy VII remake and did the scene where you have to like walk up the stairs?
Oh, the stairs. Oh, yeah.
I've done it in the original.
Yeah, and the... Yep.
It's so much better in the remake. Sorry, continue.
Try the remake, yeah.
Obviously, there's a nice, there's a pile of fresh biscuits and a cup of tea that's, to be fair, gone a bit well, not a pot of tea that's, to be fair, gone a bit lukewarm by now. And
Just how I like it.
Cray will eat some biscuits without being
Okay.
invited to.
Bennet is just pottering around her office. Next to her is her assistant, Folly. Bennet is basically a very slight woman who wears very formal-looking sort of, the sort of fancy-style academic robes, where it's like sort of like a suit, but it just sort of extends a bit further.
It is good to meet you. Do you mind if I eat biscuit? I have...
Yes, of course.
Excellent.
It's a free city, as for now anyway. I don't believe I've met you before.
No, you haven't. And I start eating a biscuit.
How bland are these biscuits?
They're basically stale.
These are fantastic. Thank you.
Even though they somehow, you can
stale
see the
but
packets are
fresh.
freshly open. Yeah, the packet's freshly open, but they're somehow stale.
I love them.
Cray, with a mouthful of biscuit, just chokes it down and points at Bennett's head. Oh, so you take off the traffic cone when you reach a certain level or something?
Yes, of course. Students and their pranks. Hey, it just feels like yesterday you were doing such things, Folly. Actually, I never quite got invited to those. And Folly just looks away a bit nervously and just buries his nose in his notes. Well, in any case, Bark. Would she know you as Bark? Bark, or?
I think she would know me by her actual name, Mira.
Okay. Mira? I don't think I recognize anyone else here.
Nope, just a bunch of losers and me.
Well, they can judge a woman by the company she keeps. As your mother
Hey,
always
wait a
says.
minute.
But she gives you a very significant wink.
She doesn't know I'm here, does she?
How would she?
I don't know. She always just tends to know things.
Oh, you know how I feel about the administration here. Your secret's safe with me. In any case, presumably you're here as a representative of the Order?
Yep, that'd be us.
Splendid. Now,
Ross nods, which is the only motion he's made so far.
precisely, young man. Precisely.
Spectre
Now.
eats another biscuit.
I'm sure you're wondering why I've called you here.
Yes.
Folly, do you speak biscuit? Did I?
It's very
Is it like a
dry.
course?
I am
I think it's
sorry. It
very-
was very, very dry.
Oh, sorry. Let me get you a fresh packet out.
No, preferably unfresh.
Cray passes
okay.
across the lukewarm pot of tea.
She
Thanks.
opens a forgotten drawer in her desk and pulls out a packet of ginger snaps, which look like they might be well over a decade old, judging by the packaging.
Ginger snaps never go stale, though. It's a ginger, they keep them good.
Probably a bit spicy for Spectre anyway.
A little bit too spicy. I prefer bland.
Don't mind Spectre. A loaf of white bread is a bit too spicy for him.
You come to city and they keep putting sugar in bread. I do not understand. It is all sweet. It is disgusting.
Folly speaks up and says, "Well, it's called spice. Never mind." Bennet pauses for a moment and decides to resume her speech. Well, in any case, I'm sure you're wondering why I called you here. As you know, your order commissioned me to do some research into the heavens, and I think I've made a breakthrough. But I require a very specific item to confirm my theories.
And where can we find said item?
Oh, well, that's simple. She gestures to a large poster on the wall, and it's basically fairly old. In fact, it's actually yellowed with age, and she probably inherited it from whoever previously used the office. But it's basically a poster advertising the opening of a museum.
If it is on wall, why not simply walk over and grab?
And I walk over and rip the poster off the wall and hand it to her.
There, done.
Spectre, read the poster.
Huh?
It was priceless.
What poster?
Read it.
My predecessor had it signed by the... never mind.
The poster clearly says
Everything Bree is about to say.
Yep. The poster says, it's basically announces the grand opening of a museum. All of you have heard of it. It's been open for well over a century now. It's basically the Duskvol Museum of Curiosities and Research. It's full of all sorts of interesting artifacts. Some are more valuable than others. It has obviously it's got the expected vault where extremely valuable artifacts are stored. It's got its research areas and, of course, public viewing galleries.
vault with artifact. Interesting.
I've played
Well-
outside there. It's a good busking spot.
Well, you don't need to go as far as the vault. This should be in the research area, albeit a little out of the way.
But we could take detour to vault.
Yes, yeah, you could if you wish, but what I need is simple. She wheels over one of her telescopes, and she basically opens a slot and pulls out a small mirror. It's simple. They have a unique mirror in their collection, which I need you to pull in for me. I just need it to its properties will very much confirm a theory I have, a working theory I have.
Yeah, easy
So we
enough.
just need to break in, grab the smear, get out.
And it should be easier than, it should be easier than ever to break in because, well, I'm sure you know about the Emperor's chainsword. Everyone, make me a fortune roll to determine if you know about the Emperor's chainsword.
And I'm going to say that Cray doesn't, just
We're
regardless.
suddenly veering into 40k now.
Okay, Frost, Bark. Anyone else need to make a roll?
Cray won't.
2.
Okay. Yep. Spectre, you have no idea, which makes sense because you're not from around here. Cray,
does.
presumably you're not really that interested. Oh yeah, well, you are from around here, but you probably didn't pay much attention to museums. I mean, unless you wanted to assassinate a professor. Okay, so Frost and Bark, you both know that the Emperor's chainsword is it's basically a ceremonial sword. Like, it's not really that interesting, even from a historical perspective, but there's a whole legend about it, how the sort of the imperial family basically had to improvise a sword by literally having it forged from a chain. And it's, a lot of people think it's a big deal, even though most historians just don't really care that much about it. And it's priceless, but so they're probably going to have most of the security focused on that because, if anyone was carrying out a heist tonight, they'd be stealing the sword. But
They always expect people to go for the sword, but never for the strange mirror.
Meanwhile,
exactly.
Spectre's thinking,
You should steal sword.
So obviously, Bennett's continuing. They'll expect you to be stealing the sword, but you just simply go for the mirror while their backs are turned. It's the perfect plan. And Folly speaks up and says, "Yeah, perfect plan. Should I be writing this down?"
No,
No, that's-
of course not. Why would you write any of this down? We're talking about robbing a museum.
Of course. And he hurriedly crumples up a piece of paper and starts burning it on a candle.
So, Spectre, you said we're going to take a tour.
Yes, we take tour and steal mirror when no one looking. Maybe we create diversion or something like that. Or perhaps steal this chainsword.
If you just need a mirror, Bark had one of them on their jacket just earlier, like.
No, we need the specific mirror.
Oh.
Yes, its properties are quite important to my studies, I assure you. And of course, I will have answers for you, but I'm willing to pay.
If you're willing to pay, we're willing to go.
I do
Splendid.
love money.
Oh, I love money so much.
You're the professionals in this area, so by all means, ask me if you have any questions, but I'll, at this point, I'll leave you with a plausible deniability and my biscuit collection.
Ah, excellent.
I start, just taking as much as I can.
I'm going
I need to
to.
breathe.
I want to while Spectre isn't looking, replace one of the biscuits with one of the ginger ones.
Okay.
How dare you?
Okay. You know what? I won't make Iris roll for this, but Nick, if you want to just roll, make a fortune roll to spot this.
Okay, sure.
Yep, you spot the biscuits.
You are not getting such treachery past me.
I
I like how we've de-escalated from bullying to just. De-escalated from attempted murder to mild bullying now.
I think Spectre's in a way a little bit proud that you snuck something in there that he'd not noticed immediately.
Yeah, we do got to be working towards that museum now.
Yep. Okay, so Bennet beckons Folly, who follows after her. Folly gives you all a nervous glance and leaves. And, well, it's about lunchtime, so they're probably headed to the cafeteria. What's your plan?
As soon as Folly is outside of earshot, God, that kid's a nerd. No one ever invited him to parties.
Yes, most detestable.
A bit weird. A bit shifty.
I think we can all agree that no one here likes nerds.
Oh no, I think they're right.
Everyone takes level 4 damage.
It's not that he's shifty. He's just like that, and it's just unnerving, and no one wants to be near him.
Oh. I'll go find him a traffic cone.
Okay. So, you've got your heist. What's your plan?
I mean, the plan is to sneak in. I forget what the actual procedure for all this is.
We decide an entry point.
Yeah, let me just get the...
And then we use flashbacks to just kind of determine what we
Yeah.
we had.
Okay, yeah, so your options are assault, do violence to a target. I love the way they worded that. Deception, lure, trick, or manipulate. Stealth, trespass unseen. Occult, engage in supernatural power. Social, negotiate, bargain, or persuade. Or transport, carry cargo or people through danger, which no one ever seems to do because it doesn't come up much.
I think this is a sneak.
It's either sneak, social, or deception. I think those three are kind of the big. Unless you want to do an assault.
Do we know whether we're going there?
We have free cutters.
lay siege to the museum.
Yeah.
Do we know whether we're doing like open hours or after hours?
I think that's going to be the biggest question to determine how we're doing this.
Well,
I
mean,
like
it's up
the
to
idea
you, really.
of going on a tour and like splitting off, or like trying to find a way in by doing a tour.
the hitman sort of method. Go in when there's everyone in there so you can blend into the crowd. I think, honestly, that makes a lot of sense. We'll have fewer things to deal with, guard dogs or whatever.
And also, I suppose if we're doing that, then most of the security that is there will be even more worried about the sword than anything else.
Exactly. Like if they're doing like a ceremony or a presentation or something of the sword, we split off them.
So that's kind of deception, as we're pretending to be like tourists, right?
Yeah.
If they have any
Or social stealth.
Yeah, that's true. And our entry point is the tour, I suppose.
Yep. So basically, deception, you need a method of deception. For social, you need a social connection. So it's really about, I guess, what you'd really define it as. It depends on what your plan is specifically.
I guess it ultimately doesn't matter as long as it makes sense, right? Because I don't think our choice of thing matters beyond, like, after the engagement roll and we're halfway in, that bit no longer matters.
Completely anyway and turn into an assault, so...
Yeah.
Exactly.
Once we're halfway through the episode, none of this will matter, and we're burning a boat for the insurance.
Oh, yes.
That's fair.
If they happen to have a display,
museum there, like your previous connections, Bark. Do you know anyone at the museum?
Oh, at the museum, no. I'll be honest. From the age of 4 to about 15, I was not allowed outside of the university grounds.
For what it's worth, a fair few people who work at the museum might have actually studied at the university, even if they're not directly connected.
Do they wear cones on their heads over there too?
Okay, no, that's not actually a thing. That's just students. Never mind.
To give us a little bit of help and maybe lighten the guard load a little, I'd like to lean on my good friend Telda, the beggar, and have her try to break into like a loading dock area, and just like draw attention, basically.
Okay.
Just for, the additional die on the engagement roll, basically.
Not fair. Would you like to roll something for that?
Sure. I'll use this. I think is probably consort, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Sort of,
Can we bypass a roll by giving up some coin?
Oh yeah, I'd totally pay her. I've got loads of coin.
Yeah, I'll let you pay 2 coin to bribe her.
Okay.
I mean, she probably knows how to start a ruckus and get out of there before she suffers too much. So, yep,
Yeah.
you can pay those 2 coin to get the help.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll split that with you.
Okay, sounds good.
Hey,
I have
anyone
a
else?
miscellaneous idea if we need no distraction.
Go on.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I was gonna say if they happen to have a display on obscure Dagger Isle's religions, if Frost walks past that, he'll just make himself an automatic distraction, with or without prompting.
Okay, so you basically there is something you just want to nerd out of, something you're actually genuinely interested in.
It'll angrily nerd out. It'll have the entire security team in one spot.
Okay, so you want
on these items.
They're guaranteed to either get something wrong or get something wrong according to the specific sect that Frost is in.
Okay, so Frost, you basically want to ask to see the manager.
Something like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
tell you
Curator,
what.
I suppose.
Yeah, tell you what, we'll just incorporate that into the engagement role, and exactly where that leaves you will depend on how that goes.
Oh, I'm excited for this one.
Yep. Anyone else have
Cray
anything?
can do his classic thing of just pretending to be the entertainment. Playing
Hey,
some violin.
Okay, what are you playing and what to what end here?
Just, like the kind of background music that you get at these sorts of events, like the museum and the musician in the background of like a wedding sort of thing. It's just playing some ambient music, blending in.
Okay,
I'm supposed to be.
I'd imagine anyone who's playing music there has probably specifically been hired to do it, and they probably wouldn't.
Great idea, because when they're arresting you for just turning up with a violin and playing in the middle of it, we can just get in. It'll be great.
Well, maybe I could try and insert my way into the entertainment group. And
Oh yeah.
be one of them.
Yep, you could do that. What would you like to roll for it?
I guess it's a consort.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know if it helps, but we do have a free use of any kind of official documents from our cult.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say it's control roll from a control position because you're a musician. This is basically your bread and butter, trying to get yourself a gig.
Controlled stance.
Just happens. Yeah. No, a control position. So that's the best position.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and standard effects. Sorry, you're right.
Okay. Oh, still just a
3. Yeah, I'm afraid that's a failure with a consequence. So I think the consequence there is just going to be that the guards might be looking out for your face just in case you try and show up and start playing anyway. Because, you just have that energy about you.
Damn it, I'm going to have to hide the violin.
As Regina Spectre said, God, I pity the violins.
All right, I'll just walk in on the tour with you then, Spectre.
There's a price to pay and a consequence.
No, you will
Anyway.
not be walking in with me. They are looking for your face.
As long as I don't show the violin, they're not going to know it's me.
You
They're
can
looking
walk
for
in
the
on your
violin.
own.
Okay. Anyone else got any plans?
I think I'm good. Honestly, I don't have anything I think I could, at least at this stage, contribute.
Yeah, I think once things start going wrong, that's when...
That's when my job
Once
kicks in.
things start going
yeah.
wrong.
Okay. So then.
I was hired for a very specific reason. That reason died, so now I just punch things.
Yeah.
That still sounds like quite a specific reason, to be honest.
She has a very specific set of skills. Skills that make her a nightmare for anyone who doesn't want to be punched. Okay, so 1 dice for luck. Would you call this bold or daring?
We're stealing from a museum. That's surely bold.
And a museum full
Yeah.
of people as well.
Oh yeah. You can have that dice.
Broad daylight.
Does your detail expose any vulnerabilities? Hit them where they're weakest?
I think we're hitting a weakness, the weakness that they've got to allow members of the public in.
Yeah.
Ray and I are kind of trying to lure their strong parts away from where we're trying to hit them, so does that count?
I mean, the biggest vulnerability is that they're too busy guarding something we're not after.
That's true.
Yep, that's
yeah.
true. Yep. Okay. We're doing pretty well here. Yep, you've definitely got your contacts helping. And are there any other elements we want to consider? Yep. Frost is going to try and cause a distraction. Well, you've got a mighty 5 dice in this pool.
I'm looking forward to not having to do the heist at all at this point. We're just rolling enough 6s, we've done it.
Nick,
No, we're going to roll 5 1s.
Engagement roll starts in the cab on the way home.
Yeah. The cab catches fire. And you spend the entire the rest of the heist is just convincing the cabbie to give you a discount for that. Because really there's nothing to catch fire, they're horse drawn. Well, anyway, let's roll this.
Some highly flammable horses.
Well, actually no, in this setting I think they're goats.
Oh.
And they're not flammable, they're explosive. There's technically a difference.
No, that's the kittens. Cool. Okay, what have we got? From lowest to highest, we have a 3, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6.
Hey. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Short of critting, which to be fair, you probably could have quite easily with 5 dice, but yep, that's a complete success. So, in no particular order, your friend basically starts a ruckus outside, multiple security leave. This allows Ross to walk in, approach the religious exhibit, and start raising hell. So the security comes to question him, and after a bit of back and forth, he's invited to speak to someone a bit higher up.
Should I roll command or anything for that?
Not yet.
Alright.
Bark, Spectre, and Cray. You'll manage to walk in no problem. I'm going to say you'll sort of, basically, you'll sort of split up and make your own way, and you just sort of manage to, obviously there's sort of a public area and a not so public area. I'm going to say you sort of basically find a wing of the museum that's been closed, so there's not many people, the public aren't allowed in it, the guards aren't really patrolling it, and there's no research there as far as you can tell, so it's quite quiet, and you just managed to slip there without being noticed because the guards are all distracted, and obviously all the museum goers are paying attention to the sword. So, we'll start with Frost. So Frost, you've been led to the back. Wow, and you just sort of led to an office, and you meet a. Let's see, I've got some my NPCs written down here. Yep, you see a fairly sort of young researcher. He looks kind of like a sort of the cute nerd archetype. You know, like I guess another guy, Milo from Disney's The Lost Atlantis. Sort of look, just brown glasses and a bow tie. And he's sort of looking through notes obsessively, and he just sort of looks up and says, oh, hello, how's it going? The guards brought you in here. Is there a problem? Are any of these exhibits damaged? Frost?
Shit. Sorry?
Sorry, did you miss that?
I did, I'm sorry, I was typing.
Okay. Basically, he's just sort of an adorable nerd. He's just sort of he's just a guy with round glasses and a bow tie. And he just sort of nervously asks if what's going on, why the guards brought you in here, and if anything's been damaged.
This display is presenting the Creed argument as ubiquitous to the practice of vandalism, but that whole sect was ruled heretical by a Scythian court at 200 years ago. Who did you consult to create this exhibit? This flies in the face of every analyst in Duskvol. If you haven't heard from my
I've got my notes.
pastor, you're going to
But what would you like to roll for this?
command, I believe.
Hey, roll
Mostly
away.
just to
Yeah,
mostly
You're in
just
a control
to keep everybody scared, I guess.
yeah. You're in
I
a
have
control
one
position, and you can have great effects because that was perfect.
Okay. Controlled, you say?
Yep, control position, great effect because you have
Can I and great effect. Okay, so there's no point to train him. It does go to extreme.
Yeah, I mean, you can trade controlled for extreme effect if you like. I'm not sure what would actually do there, but
You actually
I
changed
won't
the
push it.
museum's
I'll just-
display.
I'll just go with great.
okay.
Oh yeah. I have 1 dot. Let me see. I'm on 3 stress. Is there any kind of devil's bargain on the table?
Devil's bargain. Actually, you know what? Yeah, this guy's basically a scholar of your religion. So if you take this devil's bargain, you can have an extra dice. But on a success, he is basically just going to non-stop start bothering you for help with his research. For a long time.
I'm taking it.
Alrighty, roll away.
Oh,
Wow. Well,
So-
good news is yeah, it's controlled, so I'm gonna say, wait. And he just grabs a hefty tome, pulls it open, like it just opens up on a cracked part of the spine, and he just points to a paragraph and says, "Okay, look, maybe I'm not going to tell you what your beliefs are, but look,
pocket-sized
see
book
here."
out of my jacket and point to the exact same line in the exact same book, but written completely differently.
Yes, well, as you can see,
Like, I've been
this is,
carrying this since I was a kid.
as you can clearly see, this comes from the southernmost variation, according to the Concord of and he just carries on rambling. So you get if you want to counter argue here, you're going to have to roll something just to take back the initiative. But so you're rolling in a risky position now, but I'm gonna say you've still basically got I'm gonna say it's dropped down to standard effect because you've lost the momentum here, I'm afraid. But you can obviously you can trade position for effects if you like.
Time for a desperate academic argument.
Remembering you.
I'm just going further into. Okay. So I think I'm going with the command again because basically, do I have anybody else? I have other people's attention besides this one guy, right? Is anybody? Did you say security was involved? Yeah.
Yeah, basically the security guards just decide to escort you here just to avoid an argument. So you're in sort of an office just in the sort of back areas, but you're flanked by 2 guards. And obviously, and this guy's the only academic present, unless you count yourself.
Let's see. I think I'm going to stick with command, but I'm going to try and feather the situation, as it were, so that I keep everyone's attention, but I might not be like they might not try to escalate to getting full on arrested. I guess just kind of continue the distraction as long as possible.
Okay, so you're just going to try and draw out this argument.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to push yourself or take a devil's bargain? I mean, I can offer the same devil's bargain as before since it didn't activate.
Oh, okay. Sure. Did you say this one is a risky standard or risky something else?
Risky standard, but you can trade position for effect if you like and make it a sort of a desperate race.
I am going to do that. I'm going to do desperate.
Okay. Good news is, of course, you get a 3 point of XP, so don't forget to mark that down and make your roll.
Okay.
How are you going to make this desperate?
I think keep shouting, but start trying to implicate basically the entire museum. Because I mean, it's a religion, so there's gonna have been some religious wars at some point or another, and accusing somebody of having sided with any kind of the wrong side. Pushing it a bit with that, and but appearance-wise, trying not to look like I'm actually about to hit anybody, but like just simmering just under a boil.
Okay,
Yes.
just feeling a bit sectarian. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Okay, and Devil's Bargain, so bonus dice is 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Jeez.
bloody hell.
What
For
a
those not
Legendary argument.
Okay. My God.
Everybody faints.
For those not keeping track here, rolling 2 6s, which Frost hasn't done with 2 dice, is a crit. So, damn. What does this exactly look like?
The meme that I keep thinking of when I think about this part of Frost's character is the Simpsons meme of "You've just made an enemy for life." I might have accidentally made a friend for life.
They tried to.
Hey. Yeah. Well, we'll decide what you get for the crit later, but for now, this is a game of spinning plates, and I think you've just basically turned one into a buzzsaw.
Nice.
So,
I doubt I can somehow wrangle them into telling the security folk to help escort the mirror out or something stupid like that.
Well,
It's a funny image, but I don't think I get that far. But I'll have to figure out what I can get.
Yeah, I doubt you're going to get as far. I doubt any religious. Yeah, I doubt any religious argument is going to be persuasive enough to say, "Oh, we should just take stuff from your." Well, I mean, you could argue that if you like, but
Actually,
yeah.
If it's a typical museum, and if I could get in touch with like my parish or whatnot, and get them up here, and we have an entire put that shit back thing, then we could take something from your museum and put it somewhere else, and that might make an even better cover for getting completely unrelated stuff, the stuff that we're actually here for, out a different way.
Well, I suppose what you could do actually is convince Wade, basically a sort of have him dismiss the guards and just give you a tour of the artifacts in the bag, so you can inspect them personally.
Mm-hmm. And make assertions about which ones should actually be on display and which ones shouldn't be, or should be destroyed, or God knows what.
Exactly. So, yeah, the guards are going to be sent back to the bag. They're going to be frustrated and maybe a little tired from all this, because, they don't have the energy to deal with scholars, and they just had to help a scholar deal with a scholar and help that scholar deal with the scholar. It's just too much scholarly nonsense. So, yeah, we're going to say all the guards right now are tired. But some bad news. I'm going to say the noise you made in the public gallery is going to knock off a notch on one 4-piece clock, which I'll keep to myself for now.
Oh dear.
But yeah, Frost is while Frost is sort of being escorted to back by his new BFF, Spectre, Bark, and Cray. You're in a sort of a quiet, sectioned off area. You're not quite in the back rooms yet, so there's no artifacts that aren't just on display. But there's no one about for now.
I turn to Bark and I say,
It is shame about Frost, probably getting beaten up quite badly now by museum security.
Gonna have to hire someone else for the cult?
Yes, or at least doctor, maybe.
Anyway, I mean, Bark, you know where you're going, right? You know you smart stuff, yeah?
I have never been in this building in my entire life.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I mean, the university's a bit like a museum, isn't it? So where's the good stuff get kept?
The cafeteria mostly. Like if you like the people who prepare food and sell the food at the university, they keep all the best stuff like hidden in the food prep area for themselves.
This explains even more about everything that is going on over here. In my experience, when you are trying to find high-value target, you must go to where people do not want you. So let us take a look around, see if we can find door that says no entry, and then we enter.
Okay, so what are you going to use to just look around then?
I'm going to do survey, I think.
Yep, that's good. I mean, you have the area to yourself, so I can call this control for now.
Okay. Can I trade that up to risky for better effect?
Yep, how are you going to do that?
I'm not going to be quiet about it at all. I'm going to go up to doors. I'm going to open them and, and I guess there's a risk that someone will be behind them.
Set an alarm immediately.
You can have borrowed Frost's hammer if you want.
Just to make my own door.
Heavy lockpicks.
Yes.
Okay, you say pushing yourself or taking a devil's bargain?
I won't at the moment. I'll wait for things to go wrong before I start pushing myself.
Okay.
I haven't actually got that much stress left.
Roll away then.
All right. So that's risky. What's the effect on this one?
Sorry, the effect is okay, so you traded a position for effect, so that's going to be great effect.
Great effect. All right, here we go. No.
Oh, damn. Okay, so
Here we go.
I'm going to say you just run up to a door, open it, and yeah, you just open it and there's someone staring you right in the face.
I will resist this.
Oh, I just realised, what load are you all using?
Oh, I'm using light
yeah.
loadout because I wanted to enter the museum, I guess, unseen.
And I think light would also be for Bark, just because of how we were entering.
Same.
Okay, I suppose the best question is anyone not using light?
Looks like we're all going light.
Okay, light it is. Okay. So
Yeah.
yep, you're just dressed casually, so you don't look inherently suspicious.
I'd like to resist this by diving behind the door as I open. Like as soon as I see like the shred of a person, I twist round, pirouette behind the door. So it looks like the door's just kind of opened itself. Or that's my
Okay.
attempt anyway.
Okay. Yeah. You can resist that with prowess, I guess.
That is a 6.
Okay.
No cost.
Yep. No cost. You dive behind the door, and a very stout-looking individual, holding a small notebook, steps out. Fascinating. Maybe the door's hinges just well loosened. Oh well.
Can I use prowl to like when they turn around to like just knock them over the back of the head with something, like a blackjack or something like that, and knock them unconscious?
Absolutely. We'll call this we'll call this risky standard effect
Risky
because
standard. Okay.
they're not aware of you, but you don't have anything sort of special set up yet.
All right. Here we go. I don't have like a fine blackjack.
Ooh,
Well-
yeah, that is just a success, but there's going to be a consequence. So yeah, you knock him over the head and he falls limp.
Drag him back in. Can I take his clothes?
I will say, as he falls down, you see on the other side of him Bark, who is also about to sneak up on him and just like knock him out.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, presumably you help catch him, Bark.
No.
Okay. Okay. So yep, you can sort of drag him into the room he came out of and start stealing his clothes. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, as you're sort of unbuttoning his clothes and putting them on, I mean, you've done this before. You can do it astonishingly quickly. In fact, one might even say you don't even have proper animation for it.
I just bend down and like I roll my hands over themselves for 2.5 seconds, and then I'm immediately dressed.
Exactly.
Oh, that was so quick. You must have done this like 47 times or something.
There's a little square in the bottom left that says unconscious witness.
Oh, anyway,
Loading circle over the head.
you hear footsteps approaching your position. What do?
Kind of freezer.
Yeah,
This is the consequence and you realise they're moving very deliberately in your direction, so someone's clearly heard at least some sort of commotion.
I am going to do my best to. What if we hide, and then when this one comes to check out the noise, we knock them unconscious, get another set of clothes, and we just keep doing this until we're all dressed.
Until we've knocked out every single guard in this entire museum.
I'm sure this works. I'm pretty sure I've done that before in a game of Hitman.
Okay. Yeah, you can try that if you want. We can sort of, either one of you can roll to set the other up, or one of them you can just assist and spend stress to give the other an extra dice. I'll let you decide.
I've got 3 for Prowl if everyone's happy with me doing that one.
I have 0 for Prowl.
I suppose I could lead it as a group action. But,
oh yeah.
Or it could
Group
be
action,
a setup or an assist.
You doing anything, Cray?
I don't know how involved I want to be in all of this particular moment.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking I could provide some sort of distraction sort of thing, but they feel like they've got a fun thing going on, so I just want to let it go.
You're still looking for doors.
Okay. Yep. Let's say. So do you just want to do it, Cray, or do you want some assistance, or help me out here? You're the players.
Not Cray.
Spectre and Barker, like
Spectre's got this.
Yeah,
Spectre's got this.
I'll
Don't
do
worry.
it. I got this. There's no chance I'll fail.
Okay, Spectre out and Spectre all over him.
it's Spectrum time.
Spectrum time.
Yeah. Risky standard again, or has it changed?
Let's call this. Is it desperate? No, I suppose you've heard the footsteps, so you've got time. Yeah, risky standard.
Okay.
Oh, a 5. Okay, so you just usher Bark into a hiding place, and Bark and Cray into a hiding place. Position yourself expertly by the door. You leave, I guess you leave just like a shoe or something, just in the middle of the door to lure whoever's coming in. And as they walk, sort of walk in, you come up behind them and smack. Consequence, as you smack them, they immediately turn around and nothing happened. Yeah, nothing happens. They immediately stop, turn around and look you dead in the eyes. Before you is a fairly striking looking person. Their cheeks are curt, their hair is a sort of a short androgynous pixie sort of cut. They look at you quizzically. You know what? 3 of you, make me a fortune roll. Anything you'd think would help you recognize someone.
So that's just I roll anything?
Yeah, basically, basically the idea is, okay, you're all getting 6s here. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, that'll do it. More than enough. So you all look at this striking figure and you realise, everything about this person screams aristocracy. They've got a cut jawline, carefully manicured hair. And, now that you think about it, you've definitely seen them before. Yeah, for a second, your mind thinks, wait, is that Lady Oh, it's Marvin. What are you doing here, meatbag?
Damned robot, why are you here in this still? Why still dressed in the skin of people?
Well, to start with, this body has far more advanced than my old one. Second of all, The only other one I have that has not been sent to the bottom of the sea is the small one you keep in your temple. Thirdly, as you can see, I have customized it slightly to my liking.
I mean, it's less we keep in the temple and more we keep it in the broom closet in the temple.
Yes.
We gotta keep it out of the way.
It is difficult to dig my way out of those coats every time I wish to deliver a message.
That's why I keep putting more coats on every time.
Perhaps we can... Indeed. You know, perhaps we can help each other out. I am here on legitimate business, so if I were to scream for help, the guards would come running, and you would be arrested. Perhaps
Why
you
would
can...
you do
in
this? We
exchange-
are on the same side.
You're on the side of my master, but not me, or him, and I do believe you're not working for him at this moment. So I propose the following. In exchange for my silence, you agree to do something for me at a later date.
What's this thing in particular?
There is something I require. A record. Stored in a police station.
Why did the police have your music?
I do not understand the context of an item called a record being used to store music. Is this some technology I am not yet aware of?
Anyway, the police have stolen something from you. You want us to take it back?
No. It is a legitimately stored record from many, many years ago. I wish to have it. I will pass you the details. And of course, I will not be paying you. Though I may reward you in other ways if I receive what I ask for. For now, all I offer is my silence and your word.
What do you say, Bob?
I lean over to Cray, is it correct?
Yeah.
I lean over to Cray.
I-
What do you think?
Marvin, what are you stealing here? What are you up to? Maybe we help you out here and we don't have to worry about anything further down the line, Nick.
I will leave you two to decide, contract. Defer to your judgment.
Okay, so are you gonna take Marvin's deal then, or?
And Marvin, you helped us out before. Like, I don't see why we wouldn't just help you out again anyway. Like, so, I mean, we're, like you said, we're all on the same side. Sure, why not? Like, yeah, you do us a solid, we do you a solid. Yeah, you know how this works.
Indeed.
What are you
Well-
after? Here.
Here. Oh, I was just browsing the exhibits while the crowds were focused elsewhere. And they gesture to a collection of pistols that's in a glass display case.
Oh yeah, I think Frost was looking at some of that sort of stuff and all somewhere else. Maybe you'll bump into him somewhere.
It is entirely possible. Wait. By Frost, do you mean your friend with the large hammer?
Yeah.
I saw him being escorted to the back by a short researcher I had spoken to this morning.
Is that maybe that's where we're supposed to go then, lads?
Wait, the back, like Marvin, you seem to have a pretty good idea of where things are in this museum. Where's the research hall?
The research hall? Oh, it is simply up through the left, straight up the corridor, take a left, climb the stairs, and you'll find yourself opening up. Well, you should find your way from there. It is also opposite the library if you wish to study any of the private books in the private collection. In any case, carry on with whatever you are doing and please leave me to my studies.
All right, laters, Marvin. Give us a shout if you need any help or anything. Like.
Indeed. And yeah. As you walk away, you just sort of see Marvin basically give a very meaningful look to a very specific pistol in the collection. But
Remind me
enough.
when we get back to the temple to turn Marvin's smaller body upside down. Like dig it out, turn it upside down, and then rebury it in the coats.
Okay, I'm just going to retcon that it looks like a turtle now.
I always pictured it like a gunk droid.
I always pictured it a bit like R2-D2. just like a pillbox sort of shape.
Not Wally then.
Oh.
Bark, Cray, thank you for taking obligations so that I did not have to.
Oh no, we don't worry. We told him that you'd be totally willing to help him when you'll be totally willing to help them whenever.
Yes, absolutely, but that is different matter because you can lie, of course.
Yeah, just so you know, by the way, obviously this is a request you'd already been offered, but basically Marvin's going to be paying you less for it now. That's the consequence.
I know, it's just Spectre is not getting into an obligation that so lightly and so forcefully. So he's letting someone else take the contract. Because otherwise, if he does it, he won't be able to stop until it's finished.
I think it's very much a group obligation. This one, it's a kind of a contract for the cult.
Yes, perhaps, but
also we were given instructions on how to get to where we're going.
Yes, let us go. Perhaps follow me because I have now dressed myself. I look exactly like guard, so follow me. I can look like I am escorting people.
Okay, so you are just heading straight to where Marvin directed you?
Yep.
Okay, so you head, as they said, you head down a corridor, you head up a flight of stairs, and you basically find yourself in sort of like the, this is very much the sort of research areas. So there's archives of, just shelves full of various artifacts that have been carefully labeled and covered to protect them. There's a sort of study rooms where specific artifacts and various books are just being sort of looked at a bit closer.
Are there people here right now?
I'm gonna say, well, yes. There's actually, you just see the back of Frost and a short researcher with adorable looking glasses and a bow tie, and you just sort of see the back of them as they walk into a room.
Was
and
that
we're just gonna cut
Frost?
Yep, we're just going to cut back to Frost and the researcher then.
Oh dear.
Okay, so you've obviously walked into the back. You're in sort of like the back research areas now. The office you're escorted to was basically on the sort of first floor, so you probably actually walked up the same flight of stairs the others did, but maybe like 10 minutes earlier, which is where Marvin saw you as they were walking sort of down the hall. And you've been directed into a room, and the our nerdy friend. Let's give him a name. Ferdinand.
Okay.
So, my name's Ferdinand, by the way. Nice to meet you. I didn't catch yours.
Tigrin.
Oh yeah, Tigrin. Nice to meet you. Well, yes. This is our collection of artifacts. The specific artifacts you'd be interested in. I assure you, everything's in order. Nothing was taken from a site without explicit permission. In writing, in most cases. All of it's meticulously. We preserve context where we can, and let's begin. Actually, so what was specifically wrong with the display? And you just
as I mentioned. Sorry.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, I'll just let you continue.
I was honestly gonna just say the same stuff that I said again. I think I'd actually try to segue the conversation into talking about the Order of the Orb, because especially if Frost is using like his own opinions and stuff to aid him in like coming up with stuff to bluster with and whatnot. I think he's somewhat invested in not only trying to reconcile Anduism with itself, which is hard enough, but trying to reconcile that with the teachings of the Order of the Orb. Like especially since like he's seen the sun and whatnot. He's somewhat made it his new purpose in life, and he's gonna try and bring that into the conversation, especially. So I guess as far as artifacts, the museum might have any sun-related artifacts pertaining to Anduism that they would have.
Okay, so I think I'm going to ask you to roll to basically sort of take this in without basically looking like you've sort of joined a very culty sounding sect. Because obviously, if he realizes that, he's got license to disregard anything you've said that criticizes his work. Because then in his mind, obviously, he's going to have the broader, unblinkered view of everything. So what would you like to roll to pull that off? I mean, not do that, rather.
I have no dots in consort and no dots in sway. So I always forget which sway it's supposed to be. I think that's intimidate when it isn't command.
No, basically, consort is when you're among friends. Sway is when you're trying to convince people who don't really know you.
I suppose I'm actually finally trying to make a friend at the moment, so I'm gonna have to go with consort. I guess, let me see. Pushing yourself is 2 stress, right?
Yeah. I mean, this guy is basically going to hound you for more information on your culture, so that's fair.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I think I'll push myself for one die. Let me see. The Devil's Bargain has resolved since I got that crit on it. There wouldn't be another one of some sort, would there?
You can only push yourself or take a Devil's Bargain. You can't.
Oh, right. I always forget. It's either or. Okay, I guess I'm rolling with 1 die then.
Okay, roll away.
If I can remember how to do that from the sheet. Let's see. Click that. Go back to roll 20 where the thing would be. Risky standard.
Yep. Yeah, risky standard. You're just chatting with this guy, and you've not really got yourself in a bad position yet.
I could push for more XP.
Yeah, you can trade position for effect if you want to risk it, but keep in mind if you sort of basically the consequences from a risky roll are worse. So things will go to hell very quickly if you keep making risky rolls and fail them.
Damn it. I rolled a physical d6 to the side and decided high. I'm going to go for it. Unfortunately, I rolled a 6. We're going desperate again.
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Okay. Your funeral.
Order of the Orb, make new friends challenge 2023. And off.
Impossible.
Oh, it's all gone.
Oh, here we go.
Gone.
I'm in jail.
This is going to be so fun. Okay, so we left off with our good friend Ferdinand. And, well, is he a good friend?
At the moment.
Yep, well, I'm going to say, as you're talking, Frost, you basically sort of try to bring the conversation towards the sun and the orb. And you just say a few errant statements, and then he just stops in place. And, like, from his perspective, obviously, it's the whole, calculus floating about in front of him. And he just thinks about the sun. He thinks about spirituality and ghosts. And he pauses and says, Wait. The sun? The guards? You're distracting them. Mm-hmm. You're part of that gang. The ones who vandalized the bell tower. It's you. This is a heist, isn't it?
Is there can I resist this? Then maybe.
Heist. A heist most foul. I'm an academic. I'm not trained for this.
Oh yeah.
Are you going to steal all our artifacts?
So, is there any kind of resist roll I can do about this, or is this?
Yeah, you can resist this. You can resist this consequence. You'd have to. How exactly do you want to resist it?
Steering the conversation into the bits of vandalism that I have managed to reconcile with believing in the sun.
Okay, so you're just going to reassure him you're not actually part of the famous gang.
Yeah, I mean, like, everybody saw the vandalism of the clock tower. Not everybody who saw it was in on it. I literally actually wasn't. Don't have to tell him that, though.
Okay, yep. In that case, I'm going to call that...
Yeah.
Would that be insight or resolve? Well, it's the same either way.
resolve.
I'd imagine it's resolved because that's what like command consort and all that are under.
Oh yeah, that does make sense. Yeah. So yeah, if you could resist that with resolve, then please.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Please and thank you. I have the what do you call it? The ability that gives me +1 die to resolve. So I have +1 on that. So 3 dice.
Hey. Oh, that's a 5. So you're just going to take 1 stress.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking for stress by now anyway?
I'm on 6 out of 9.
Not ideal, but still, you're still in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you basically just sort of smooth it over and convince him that no, you're not part of the gang, and you just sort of heard about Sun. Sorry. I let my imagination get away with me there. Well, yes. Oh yes, Sun as it applies to vandalism. We do have a section specifically on ancient optics. Would that be of any interest?
Yes, especially the pre-cataclysm ones.
Oh yes. Just this way. Wait, was left? Ace did he? Oh yes, here. Look, ancient ground lenses, ceremonial torches, highly polished reflective surfaces. Obviously, the layman might call them mirrors, but they're not all technically mirrors. You need a certain grade of glass and a certain construction for it to be a mirror proper. Like, you wouldn't consider a oiled piece of agate a mirror, but I suppose it's a similar thing. But we've even got a few ancient microscopes here. Those are my favorite. We actually sometimes even break them out for the actual research. Okay, so the 3 of you out in the corridor. Are you going to try and follow behind? Are you trying to listen in through the wall, or what?
Did we see them go in with like was it just the 2 of them that we saw go in?
Yeah, you just saw the 2 of them go in.
We don't still have an escort?
Yeah, Ferdinand dismissed the guards earlier because obviously you crit.
Sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we'll just walk in, introduce ourselves.
Plot twist. It was the actual. This is the gang. Haha.
Hey, Frost, it's us. You're good friends from the gang. Do you know the ones who burnt down that clock tower the one time?
What clock tower? I know of no clock tower. Hello, I am guard.
I'm the only one from that gang here.
We've got a mirror to find, don't we? So
I found these 2 sneaking around.
Yeah, but okay. I think what we should be doing is looking for the mirror.
Okay, so is that the plan so what's the plan you're going with, sorry?
Just go straight in. Like, what's he gonna do? Like, got the room to ourselves. There's 4 of us.
Okay, if you're going in, I'm following.
I have a weapon. I'm just probably still holding, like,
found it on ground.
Wait, by weapon,
we're gonna be fine.
I didn't. It's my own.
By weapon, are you talking about that tiny stick you carry around, or are you talking about me?
It is not tiny stick. It is blackjack. It is good handy bit of wood to knock out foe. It is elegant.
I could do the same thing with just my fist, just as effective.
Okay, so you are having this argument out loud in the doorway, or?
No, we'll do that inside. We'll go in and have that argument in a minute. I'm keeping completely silent, like stoic, until I'm in that room with the door closed.
Hey, I'm just going to do a quick fortune roll for Ferdinand to see if he overhears that. Nope, he doesn't. He's too busy chatting with Frost.
Great.
Yeah, you know how people are when, well, he's just he really likes talking about the artifacts here, actually, guys.
Excuse me.
I might be able to confirm to the cult. I have to go about it really roundabout, though.
Okay, so do you want to try and convince him again? I mean, try and bring us up again?
I think maybe, like, being a cult, that we have to have some kind of system or whatnot for actually recruiting new members, right? I can tell him that, like, that I heard a rumor of a way to talk to somebody to try to get into the cult, but haven't looked into it myself. But I could offer to look into it with Ferdinand. Maybe.
Okay, that's interesting. So you want to sort of try and convince him to be a recruit by posing as a potential recruit yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. I suppose the question here is, what sort of about Ferdinand makes you think he might want to join a cult in the first place?
I think it's all about the knowledge, right? If we offer him knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge.
Yeah. He's invested enough in, even if it's only from an academic point of view, he's invested enough in analysm that if I can convince him of basically the stuff that I've become convinced of, that it feeds in with and makes sense with the, like, orbism or whatnot, then I could just get him in as a get him in as a believer.
Yeah, well, just to be clear, he's not someone who follows andalism. He's just an academic studying it, which is why he's got the very I know everything about it attitude.
Yeah. I guess it's much harder to indoctrinate somebody who's, like, actually studied a whole bunch of different religions to begin with.
No, the smart people are the easiest to fool.
Oh yeah, people who think their hearts fall are the easiest to fall every single time. Like,
then they should be
very. Sorry, did I interrupt there?
No, I was just saying, so does that mean they should be a piece of cake? Can I do this as a control?
Yeah, but, well, what would you like to roll to sort of recruit him then?
I continue to have no doubts in anything that I would use. I don't... Does command make any sense if I'm just kind of forcefully being forceful about it, but also at the angle of, like, think of the things you could learn about, like accumulate more knowledge or something like that?
I think this would be more sway or consort, but I'd say command might work, but I'm going to say it'll have limited effect because, just try. You're basically just going to be trying to say, oi, you should listen. What you're ultimately saying is, oi, you should pay attention to me if you're using commands.
Mm-hmm.
Cray may be able to help out here. If Cray comes around the corner, he just shouts out, oi, pal, this where you got to. What are you doing around here?
Okay, yep, I'll allow this.
Like, wanders up and just inserts himself into the conversation.
I'll have to ask you to roll. This will be from a control position, but if you want to roll,
we have that telepathy. Sorry, but we have that crew ability for telepathy, where we might be able to, know what page we're on, as far as where Cray could know that Frost is trying to do that.
Yeah. So sorry, go on.
You're literally in the same room, so I think it's fair enough to say the other three can sort of overhear what's going on.
Oh,
and
okay.
obviously you've been rolling for that's basically a several minutes long chat, so they can probably just sort of infer what's been happening. So
Craig could just go around the corner and just be like, "Oh, I hear you talking about the sun. Oh, I'm actually I'm quite down with a group that's really into this thing. It says the orb. You heard about it? It's brilliant. You should hear it. We've got so much information and a lot of knowledge. It's exactly the sort of thing that you might be interested in a place like the museum. You museum folk, your smartness and all that."
Okay, so there's going to be two factors at work here. Firstly, obviously, there's what Frost wanted to do is try and recruit Ferdinand into the cult. Second of all, obviously, Cray literally just showed up from nowhere in a in an area that's supposed to be cordoned off from the general public, trying to casually say, "Oh, there you are, my friend. So you're going to need to sell that."
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I saw you wandering off with this.
How do you both like to roll this? Like,
Actually,
one of
how
you going to
does-
assist the other, or
how does it affect things if I bring out a pamphlet with like the document kind of a thing?
yep, pamphlets are fine. I'm going to say if you casually have a pamphlet with information in it,
Yeah, I picked this up off the street style of thing.
that'll help a bit. It's like, yeah, you're just sort of casually trying to say, oh, but yeah, we just sort of come across this information, totally legit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I'm thinking this is a sway from Cray to try and convince this guy that A, I'm supposed to be here, or A, I have a legit reason to be here because I'm following my friend. And B, that they should come like.
I think it might actually just make sense if it's only Frost, because like Cray hasn't been following them around.
Yeah, but Cray's trying to say that Frost is his friend and he's found him downstairs.
That'll get Fernand suspicious all over again, I think.
Well, not if I sway him well enough.
yeah.
I do have lots of points in sway.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
basically what I'm
if you
asking.
do an assist, and I push myself, even more points.
Yep. So basically, if you both work that out, what I'll need is I'll need one of you to roll and one of you to either assist or set the other up.
I feel like I've at least set up the conversation to be in it to be like near the subject. How exactly does setup work?
Basically, setup is you roll, and if you succeed, you give the person you're setting up an extra dice to use.
And is
obviously,
there any stress involved in that?
No, you don't need to spend stress or anything. Although, as opposed to, basically, you can either spend one stress to assist, or you can set up, which obviously doesn't cost anything, but there's a risk you might roll badly.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna dial back on pushing my luck a little bit from here on. So I would be going with one die with command, or if I was even still able to use command.
Okay, so is that to set up Cray or?
So you can roll or you can spend the stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll roll command. Like, can I still roll command for this?
Yeah, you can roll command if you think that's. So how are you exactly commanding him?
Kind of pushing him
Command
into
him to
looking
listen to
into
your
it
mate.
with me, so that we'll both feel safer, maybe.
Hey,
Sorry.
as I said, command is basically sort of obviously you're basically demanding someone. Obviously,
Yeah.
well, you're commanding someone rather than trying to persuade them per se. So I'm gonna say you're going to need a full success to give Cray any sort of benefit. Is that okay?
Sure.
Yeah, basically a 1 in 6 chance.
Well,
I'll probably. I mean, I'll let you roll something else and get a with better effects. But if you want to roll command, you can.
You got stress to spare.
I think I'm actually, I think I'm gonna take the one stress instead to give Cray that extra die.
Okay. Yep. Okay. How do you assist Cray then? You just sort of selling this, and then Cray's going to come round the corner and try and make it sound convincing. He just showed up from nowhere.
Through sheer likability, yeah, I think.
I mean, he's
Okay.
already steered the conversation in the right direction, so.
Oh yeah. Okay. So this is an interesting position. Cray, obviously you've got that extra dice. This is going to be a desperate roll because seriously, you just jumped out from around the corner. But it's going to be great effect because it's already been all set up quite nicely by Frost.
Yeah, and those pamphlets, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so Roll away. Don't forget your bonus dice.
Yeah, I'm also going to
Let's see what happens.
So I'll get an
Oh.
additional bonus dice.
You can't push yourself because you've already got the assist.
You can push yourself with an assist. You just
Yeah.
can't push
Okay.
in Devil's Bargain.
Okay, my mistake. Yep. Okay. This is fun.
Oh, it's a 6.
Yep, that's a 6. Great
Just
effect.
a lot of fails in that.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah. Full success. Great effect. So Ferdinand pauses for a moment, and you just, well, he's a smart guy, so he's probably not in this position very often, but you just basically see his brain buffering for a moment, and he says, "Oh,
Relatable.
well, yeah, that sounds quite interesting, actually. Tell me, what exactly is your plan here to make contact with this mysterious group? Then, this mysterious group with connection to the sun."
Apparently, there's some sort of mirror thing that we're supposed to shine, and is gonna like reflect or something, and then that'll send a signal. And apparently, it's stored in here actually.
Oh, of course. You sly dog. Is that why you've been trying to get in here all along? And he looks at Frost.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, I suppose, tell you what, you've twisted my arm. If you let me join in this little endeavor, how about I assist you?
Oh, that would be very kind of you.
Hey, what's a Spectre and Bark doing, by the way?
Just
Having an
kinda
argument about
watching
weapons around the corner.
this- Yeah, just having an argument about weapons.
Obviously, we'd like saying they're playing cards while they're recruiting this person.
You know, I still think we should just hit overhead with stick.
I disagree. The fist is more effective.
The fist
I
is,
can point-
yes, but you risk chance of breaking bones in hand, and that means you are then not going to be so good at the dexterous things, you know, lockpicking and such.
Skill issue, get better hands.
You are the worst to play with. Anyway, I have 3 of hearts.
Oh, full house.
How have we done this? I have 1 card.
Spectre gives 1 coin to Bark.
High stakes.
Yeah, just to remind everyone, a coin is equivalent to like a week's wages or something like that for a normal labourer.
Yep.
To be fair, it all goes to the cult, so it's all staying in house.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah. All to the cult.
Okay. So Ferdinand says, "Well, just this way, gentlemen. I think okay. So describe this mirror. We're in the right place for it."
Friend Bark, she knows about the about all about the mirror. She'll know what it is. Bark, get round
Oh,
here.
your friend Bark. Well, I see you're all well prepared. This reminds me of that novel I once read, the Halfling, or something like that. There was a scene where an adventurer and his companions, you know, a mighty scholar, just had his friends shut up one by one to avoid seeming like they were just showing up at someone's door to demand food. But I suppose you're not demanding food. That's besides the point.
It's a
Nice
bit
to meet
more
you,
like
young lady. Wait,
It's a bit more like a university group project, you know?
Wait. You look familiar. Do I know
No,
you
I
from
don't.
somewhere?
Can't
Oh,
say
okay.
you do.
I never forget a face, but well, in any case, you know what we're looking for?
Ah, yes. And I'm going to describe the mirror as it was described to us.
Okay. Yeah, we'll call that a flashback, but I won't charge you any stress for it yet. Because, you know, that is something you would have had described to you. It's basically a very plain looking mirror, but it's sort of inscribed with ancient runes, and it's made from a sort of a slightly misted volcanic glass, but it mysteriously has a perfectly clear reflection in it. I think I... and I'm just going to make a fortune roll to see if he can remember where it is first chance. Nope, he flubbed that. Didn't get higher than a 3. I think we might need to check the library reference. Oh, wait. And he's just standing there doddering.
It's a mirror, right? Is there like a hall somewhere of mirrors?
He turns and gestures, and there's basically an entire row of shelves with various lenses and mirrors and a couple of microscopes on it.
Should we just take all of them?
I might have to object to that.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
Yeah, Spectre, you're good. You're good at finding things. It's got to be here somewhere. Have at it.
Spectre, is there? Are we haunted?
No, it is my name. I am from out of city.
Yeah, I can just imagine Spectre just literally dropped down from the ceiling somehow.
Yes. Yes, you ask me to look. I will do look.
Like I said, group project.
Could you summon this gentleman from the other?
Yeah, something
Please
like that.
Stop your cowering. I am not here to kill you, so do not worry. No money has changed hands.
I never actually considered that.
No, Frost is just joking.
That's
He just
because you
your
don't-
sense of humor.
You don't have to. You don't have to consider it. I'm telling you, I am not here to kill.
Yeah,
Just funny.
You're one of us now.
I
Don't
don't-
nothing to worry about.
Oh, Bark puts her arm around the museum curator. Is this the curator?
Ferdinand, right?
Just as one of the scholars, not the outright curator.
She puts her arm around him and goes, I don't know how to tell this, buddy, but you're an accomplice now. If we go down, you go down with us.
I do not understand what is wrong with all of these. Are too many academics today. I've seen too many of them.
Mirror. Oh God, what have I got myself into?
Let us find Mirror. Yes.
Ferdinand's on our side. Like we all work together. We're here for the same thing. So let's all just work together, okay?
I'd say what I'm thinking right now, but yes, I know what tends to happen to people who say that sort of thing. Miss Corell, it's a pleasure to meet someone from my old altar master, by the way. And at this point, he faints.
Well,
I mean, technically, I was never even a student. I just kind of lived there. It's fine.
We had a
At this
perfectly
point,
good
at this
conference,
point,
now we
she's just like talking to the fainted person.
Yeah, he'll probably come around in a couple of minutes, but yeah, well, you're free to act until then.
This thing is very
Can I hunt for the mirror?
Yes,
Like-
you can.
Pink Pam for it.
Yep. You're basically just going to look up down the shelves, see if you can spot the mirror, because you had it described to you. You had
Yeah.
his properties described, so yep, that's
Would
fine.
anyone like to assist me with it?
I'll assist.
Okay, that'll be 1 point of stress from Bark and Spectre. Make your roll with an extra dice.
Okay.
More
Position and effect.
controlled.
Controlled.
Yep, controlled. Standard effect. I mean, the curator might have either helped or hindered, but he's unconscious for the moment.
I'll go with standard. I think that sounds fine. And I'll just I'll take the assistance and let's go. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, I've only succeeded in finding several instances of myself. Very lifelike and move when I move.
Is it too late
Okay.
to ask if I can roll study to find it, I guess?
Well, first we'll have to deal with the consequence. And the consequence is Obviously, he's more or less on your side by now, but Ferdinand suddenly sort of wakes up, jolts up, and it looks like he was having a bit of a nightmare because he just shouts, "Oh God, help, help!" And you hear the sound of footsteps.
Anybody want to resist that?
I want to resist this
Sorry.
using maybe insight, which is apparently for consequences from deception or understanding.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Which I'm also not bad at. 1 stress.
Yep, 1 stress. How are you doing for stress right now, anyway?
I got 4 left. So
Okay,
it's
not
ticking
too
up.
bad.
It's ticking up, but I'm doing okay so far. I'm saving most of it till the end, which is when things go off the handle the most.
Okay, so how are you inciting this? You just calming him down, or?
Look, it is fine. It is fine. You are surrounded by people who are clearly your friends, and we are only able to protect you. It is all fine. It is all fine.
God, I was having a nightmare. Just to check. Well, since I'm, you're an actual cult, aren't you?
I'm not so sure about that. I mean, sure,
There is, and I raise my hand, and there's still like a burnt orb on the front.
sure, there are some symbolism used all over the place, but do not worry. It's nothing unusual, nothing
Cult
strange
is
going
such
on
an ugly
here.
word.
Okay.
You know?
Ignore that. It
You're not-
just happened.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, I suppose
You're
it's
not-
technically not a cult if it's real. I mean,
You're not going to sacrifice me, are you?
No, no, that is, while that is something this playbook can do and is something we would like to be doing with the playbook, of course, because you get a lot of benefits from it,
Oh,
the GM will not allow us.
Oh, it's just that, yes, I heard that, some cults, when they, if they want to summon a demon, the demon,
Well,
Also, I'm
starts
pretty-
blushing slightly.
We haven't summoned a demon, but we have summoned the sun. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to convince him of that, but like,
also, I don't think this guy would be Alias's type. Just
I'm just gonna go and check out what those footsteps are about. All right, you lot sort this out.
Oh, well, the consequence has been sort of resisted, so you've
Okay.
managed to calm him down, so no one's actually
Well,
coming
I'm
now.
gonna go and keep a lookout anyway. You lot find the mirror, okay?
Okay, tell you what, just roll me just to see how good lookout you keep.
I have nothing in anything.
Just to
survey.
clarify, he has a pulse. He is Alias's type.
Sorry, Agatha.
Oh wow, that's a 4.
All the ones without the
Oh, yeah.
pulse are Agatha's, you see. It's a clear 50-50 demarcation.
Oh, yeah, of course. That makes perfect sense.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I figured he'd be too intelligent for Alias.
Ooh.
No. Alias is perfectly happy to ruin the high and mighty, darling.
Okay. Oh yeah. So Cray, you're just gonna be keeping an eye out, and you hear the odd set of footsteps, but nothing's really approaching yet. You're fairly confident if you do hear anyone approaching, you'll hear them. Well, what'd I just say? If anyone is approaching, you'll hear them.
Yep. Do not worry. If you hear someone, you're definitely going to hear them.
It's all right, gang. I got this. You
I'm never
find
going
that mirror.
to. I'm never going to live that one down. Okay, so the rest of you, I think, did Frost say you wanted to try something?
I wanted to look for the daggone mirror. Basically, is what I want to do. So not anything exciting or new. Like maybe I don't know. Does pretty much either study or survey work just as well as hunt here?
Yes, study or survey should work quite well. Like study is more like looking at something specific. I think study and survey would both work here. Yeah, they both apply.
Okay, I'll just roll a study. Risky.
Sorry, by the way.
Risky standard.
Yep, risky standard. Sorry, by the way, I sort of winded myself doing the Ferdinand voice.
Oh, yeah.
No worries. No bonus dice this time. 4.
4, yep, that's a success with a complication. So success, you you find the mirror, it matches the description, it's a sort of a hexagon shape, It's got runes around it. And when you look into it, it's actually quite strange. You can't... Obviously, it sort of somewhat reflects, but you basically...
I stare right into Indara to try to scare me.
Yeah. Basically, the whole room's obviously got mirrors of various quality, but when you're looking through the mirror, you see in their reflections, every single mirror actually looks perfectly clear. The image you can see in it.
So
Like,
the
even some of-
reflections of the other mirrors in this one look perfect?
Yeah. And even some of the sort of duller surfaces, like a polished table and such like, they have very faint images, but you can clearly see what they're reflecting.
Fascinating.
It's an interesting trait. How could Bennet be using this? What was that? Sorry, Cray?
Don't let Bark see it.
Yeah. Speaking of Bark, since the force still has a consequence, you hear someone approaching, Cray.
I will go to intercept. Who is it?
Okay. On your own?
Aye.
Okay. So you actually meet. Oh yeah, I still had some NPCs for this. So, you're just gonna walk to meet them. You're not gonna sort of Are you gonna sneak towards them, or you're just going to straight up walk up and meet them?
Walk out in the open straight towards them.
Okay. So you see a fairly.
Oh, sorry.
You see a very sort of rough-looking guard. Like his eyes are sort of already narrowed into a bit of a squint, and he's just sort of looking around. Yeah, you know, sort of like the portrait of the Doom guy in the original Doom. He's just sort of his eyes are just sort of twitching around like that.
Excuse me, sir. I'm going to have to ask you to turn around and vacate this area. There's some official business going on down here.
Hey, I'll be the judge of that. Show me your credentials now.
I'm afraid I'm not.
I know every face in this building. I made a point of learning them.
Yes, I'm afraid I'm not allowed to do that. I'm here on secret official business. I'm going to just have to ask you to leave. Thank you.
Credentials now. I take my infosec seriously.
I'm like I said, I'm sorry. This is secret official business. I'm here with the black coats, and yeah, you're going to have to just vacate the area. Thank you.
Oh yeah. What do you want to roll to sell this then?
Sway.
Okay. Yep. Sway will do it.
And I'll push myself again on it.
Yep. Take 2 stress, and that's an extra dice. This is going to be risky standard.
Okay. Is this 6 again?
A full success.
Yes. Thank God.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Well, give me a bona fide. I'll run them.
I'm like I said, I can't show you anything. This is not this is off the books operation. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. You head off back. Nothing untoward is occurring here, I promise you. And your acquiescence will be noted favorably.
Oh, we'll see about that. And he turns around on his heel and walks off. And you hear footsteps for a bit, but then after a moment you hear a voice that says, oh yes, well, I think I've heard about that. Now, listen, and you actually basically realise that Marvin's basically covering for you. Like, he's sort of met Marvin on the way, and they're covering for you now.
Okay.
By verifying your story.
Cray will zip back to the others and be like, all right, we got it. We need to get out of here, like, now.
Yeah.
We gotta get like. Are we talking about like it's time to leave, or and Bark makes a gesture with her fist. It's time to leave.
I don't suppose you're going to tell me what's going on at least.
Look, you come and find us at the temple. You keep the pamphlet. You can come and find us anytime, and we'll chat and we'll exchange information and all that, and we can help you with your research and your studies and everything. So yeah, come by anytime.
Okay, temple. How am I supposed to find that? And he just stops, pauses, and realises he's now got a mark on his wrist. Oh god! And he faints again.
Is there a couple
I was going to say, we just show them the hidden map on the back of the pamphlet that there definitely is.
Yes.
This is how solicitors keep on finding us.
Duskvol has uncommonly clever.
We'll say, we'll say that the map only appears to those with the mark.
Who
Makes these things.
way more secure than lemon juice.
And way more clean than other things people might use.
All right. So, is there a
you
back
know.
door or something?
Good question. Who would like to roll to make good your escape?
I could try it. Yeah.
Okay, what you got?
I could prowl about unseen and try and find us a sneaky exit where we can go quietly.
Okay, so
How much
are you...
stress is? Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
How much stress is Spectre on as far as doing a group action?
I'm on. I've got 5 out of 9 at the moment. I can lead a group action, but it'll be dangerous.
I mean, if the worst happens and all 4 of you fail, you've still got 1 stress left.
That is true. How good are you all at prowling?
I have nothing in prowl, but I think
0.
Cray would probably stand back. And,
I have
and
absolutely
watch
nothing in prowl.
Oh my god! What?
Yeah, maybe you
Oh
should
wait,
just cast
actually,
your own.
maybe Frost could just leave with Ferdinand separately.
I'm just gonna leave and just
Although that would mean I'm
leave
not
this.
helping carry it
everyone
nearer.
else there.
Yeah, I mean, Ferdinand's fainted again, so we just prop Ferdinand in a
Yeah,
corner.
you know when he comes to and whatnot,
Yes.
and I can just loiter around, and go out, like leave with him when his like shift or whatever is over.
Like, if Spectre can find us a way out,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm
Is
just
there a
gonna
way-
jot.
I'm sorry. No, never mind. I have a bad idea. It's gonna make things worse to everyone. Never mind.
Another
Go ahead.
one.
I'm just going to be typing something down on the crew playbook anyway.
I mean, I'm going to ask regardless, but is there a window here?
No, I'm going to say no. It's like the deep archive, so it's sort of inside the building, so nothing is going to get sort of damaged by light or anything.
If we find a window though in a good spot, they are easier to open from the inside than the outside. Generally speaking, especially since
They are just
Spectre
as
has
easy to.
lockers.
They are just as easy to open either way. You just barrel towards them at full speed.
I know, but I mean without alerting people.
That's not an option.
I mean, we don't have everybody on our ass at the moment.
We will if we find a window.
We don't have to if we find a window.
and let's see what Spectre finds anyway. Like,
Mhm.
Yep. So, shall I roll prowl?
Yep, prowl away.
All right. What would position and effect be?
I'm gonna say risky standard because, yeah, it's not like there's an alert right now.
Okay. I would like to take this to desperate and make it great effect. Like, get us a
Yeah.
really good way out. Here we go.
Like, you've actually managed this in the infiltration really well. I haven't actually had to even start a clock for you yet.
So far. No, there is one clock that's 1 out of 4
Okay.
filled in.
Yeah.
Okay.
don't remind her of that.
I'll
Ooh.
take it. A 6.
Okay, don't forget to mark down your XP.
Yeah.
Okay, so for grace effects, you basically sort of quickly scout around, and you realise there's a window that just sort of leads to a courtyard that's been sort of cordoned off because and it's basically empty at the moment because everyone's sort of obviously it's the grand unveiling right now, so everyone's just sort of snuck off. Everyone who's working in there has snuck off to go and take a peek. And it's conveniently empty, so you could very easily just drop a rope down there, and everyone could climb out, and it's just a gate between you and the streets.
There is the chainsword. Oh.
We can
You
come
want
for
to
it
try and add a
another time.
heist to your heist?
Spectre wouldn't go for it. Spectre has taken a job, and he will stop at nothing to complete it. and that is it. That's the phone. That's it, right?
Yep.
Hey, Spectre.
I mean, there's also another vault. There's another vault with the really secure stuff,
And all that
and there's a
money.
library, a private library with
Hey,
rare
Spectre.
tomes.
Would you like a chance to steal more? I could jump out that window, have every guard on me.
Ferdinand is asleep again, right? He's fainted again?
Yeah, he's unconscious for now.
Okay, good. So we have some time for a huddle. We need to get this guy somewhere else before we start adding more to the list.
I'm
The
sure
job-
there's like an armchair
He's-
somewhere we can just lay him in. He'll be fine.
He is on your side, and he probably does faint for quite a bit. So
Look,
The job is paramount. But what if we leave Mirror with Academic? Have Academic come meet us later? You know, inside man sort of thing. They're all looking for us. If they find us, they will not find Mirror. Mirror is on their own person.
I mean, they're not looking for us, right? Like, we've got
If something
a
go
pretty
wrong,
good exit route here, and who knows if that guy's gonna stay on our side? We'll just take it. We go.
I
But
can
there
stay
is
with him to
vaults.
try and keep him on our side.
He said he'd come and visit.
Like, granted, we only
want
got
to
this
come
far
back to the
because it's
museum,
Cray,
then
but-
we can come back and see what he can sort us out with. You know, like we've got an in here. We don't need to be nicking other stuff right now.
I think one of us is going to have to stay with Ferdinand. Maybe either me, since I've been talking to the most, or Cray, because he's actually good at talking to people.
Oh, we could both stay, and the other two could slip out with the mirror.
Sounds good to me.
If we have market, so is Spectre on board with taking more stuff?
as long as we know the job is, as long as job is safely in pocket, we can take more things. It will be good.
Mhm.
It is investment.
Sounds good then.
at this point, I think Ferdinand's going to cough slightly and groggily wake up and say, "Ugh. Okay, I wasn't dreaming. I guess I've joined a cult."
Right, it's a good cult. Like we're one of the good ones.
That's what they always say.
How many cults have you seen?
How many have you
scholar?
joined?
None?
See?
You're the first to convince me.
Well, you've lucked out.
Apparently.
100% success rate on good cults.
Yeah, ours is real, and I just look at him with full conviction.
I believe that
Like,
you
you don't
believe,
have to
and I
believe
believe
me,
I've
still
got
look
this
at
on
him.
my wrist.
That's how you know it's real.
Okay, fine. This mirror, what are you doing with it?
Passing it on to a colleague who's going to use it to help us.
Okay, fine. I feel better about this if I, at the very least, could pass this on to your colleague myself.
Why is there not an insight check in this game?
I mean, you
It is,
can
it's
roll
resistance.
something to. You can roll something just to gauge his loyalty. Am I echoing?
Not on my end.
Yeah, coming through Ben's.
Oh, I just turned my mic back up again. Mic keeps on turning itself down.
It might have been briefly for while Discord was trying to get used to that audio level change.
Fair. Yeah, if you wanna, anyone wants to roll anything just to see if Ferdinand's playing ball here.
I suppose
roll
I could
story, yeah.
argue I can study to see. I can study his expression to see if he's lying.
Yeah. Would you say Bark's much of a people person?
That's up for debate.
Yeah, she probably hangs around a lot of academics.
People
so she
fighting
knows-
for sure.
Yeah, she knows when an academic's lying, maybe.
Okay, so what's the thing?
That'll be risky standard. Yeah, risky standard. Guess you're just trying to determine someone's loyalty, so
Mm,
no biggie here.
I'm going to trade position for effect.
Okay. What would you like to trade? Are you trading?
We've already been
Where are you trading?
doing that so much with this
I'm going
one
to
guy.
go. I'm going to go desperate so I can get a great effect.
Okay. Don't forget to mark your XP down. Do you want to push yourself or take a devil's bargain?
Nope. But that's why I'm trading effects. So I get the extra die from Daredevil.
Okay. How exactly are you making this desperate out of interest?
Obviously, I'm going to get like real close. I'm going to get like real close, and it's probably going to, if it fails, startle him.
Right up in his face.
Okay, yep. You get right up in his face and you look him in the eye and you can see in his eye, you know what? He might just be coming round on this. You know, he might, I think on some level he's always wanted to join a cult. So maybe he's going to live the dream here and live the life of a cool, cool academic cultist, studying secret rituals in the dead of night under dribbly candles.
Oh, so this is just his entire fantasy come true then.
Yes, basically. You're dealing with a nerd.
I'm going to slip the mirror in his pocket and tell him to meet us at the place later.
Okay. I'm going to say that's set up, so he's going to nod and go back to his office just to put in
by place, I mean temple. I don't quite trust him.
Random place in town.
Okay.
And if it's a secret order, we got to have like a place where you go to talk to somebody to actually take it to the actual place. At least 1 or 2 steps removed.
Okay. Oh, as a consequence, I think I'm gonna say he's insistent that you tell him who's that specifically. Basically, he'll want. Obviously, he doesn't know it's Bennet, but he'll want to know where to find Bennet and basically who to hand this over to.
As a compromise, why don't you just come with us when we drop it off? Like I said, you can meet us at the temple and we'll all go and drop it off to our employer.
Okay, fine.
Great.
And he just sort of disappears to his office to put in a day's work.
And I look over at Spectre. So, you want to steal?
Okay.
Very well, let us steal.
And I do the predator handshake.
Okay. So, what's he feeling? You going after the sword here, or are you going after something else?
I don't know what Spectre's going after, but I will be the distraction.
Maybe yes, I think.
I'm thinking that sword is interesting, but I think the vault is the most interesting to me. There's going to be more money there.
Well, it's not a bank.
It's just one thing, isn't it? So there's going to be a lot of value in the vault.
I mean, it's a museum, so we're talking art objects. So the more portable an art object is, the less it might be worth, except for like shinies.
Yeah.
But think of the infamy the cult will get if the cult has possession of the chainsword.
Right, but mechanically speaking, we cannot increase our tier or gain any reputation at the moment until we have enough money to grow the cult.
And also, the heat that we'll get from taking the sword is going to be a lot.
Yeah. This is a very important aspect. I'm going to say, I'm saying, steal the sword and you're getting an entire wanted level for it.
Let's go for the sword.
Oh, no.
How many have we got?
You've convinced me now. Let's go for the sword.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay, so tell me when, and I will make the distraction.
Okay.
Let
can
us
also
go.
help with
Let
the
us go
distraction.
get sword.
And
Oh, no.
and I say I'll bring up I'll make the distraction, pulling out the stuffle bag I've totally been carrying this whole time. That's burglary gear that includes a mask, so I can hide my face.
Nice. I'm dressed as a guard still, so I'm going to stick like that.
Is your burglary gear just like a cap and a giant sack with a money symbol on it? And striped outfits?
I basically look. It's basically exactly what you'd expect the burglar from like the Lego minifigure burglar to look like.
It's just a big Lego minifigure head, and it's the robber face.
Okay. Okay, so you're going to try and distract the guards by just
Making a ruckus, of course.
Okay. Would you like to roll to do that?
I'm going to wait for Spectre's signal, and then I'm going to do it.
All right. Actually, you know what? Since this is basically just a sort of a mini heist, how about we do an engagement roll for this?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay.
So I think Cray's going to join in on the burglary act and dress up in burglary gear with a mask and stand up on like a balcony and play his violin to distract people whilst this also happens.
Oh, I love
Okay.
that.
Phantom of the Opera style.
Ooh. Okay, so 1 dice for luck. Is it particularly bold? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Does it expose the vulnerability? I mean, yep, you've got this pretty well planned out.
We are already inside the building.
Yeah.
Yep. Friends or contacts. I mean, you've got Ferdinand on your side, so why not?
And Marvin.
Oh, yep, and
Although
Marvin.
Marvin might already be sick of helping us. Might have been a one-time
They've been
deal.
They've been sick of helping you for a very long time.
It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah. Any other elements anyone wants to bring up?
Yes, I want to, if it'll help, I want to make my disguise even better by grabbing one of the guns in the display case to make it look like I'm armed.
I mean, it wouldn't look like you're armed.
Specifically the one Marvin was looking at earlier.
Oh, I like this.
Oh, yes.
Because I know exactly
that one
what's
you
going
can't
to be.
steal it though.
Yeah, I know exactly why Marvin was looking at it.
Oh, this is good. This is good. Let's do it.
Okay, yeah. You're up to 5 dice for that one. Okay, the second engagement roll of the night. That is a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5.
Wow. Oh, 5's not bad.
Okay. Yep, so
There's
Cray,
full health
you...
to talk about. Or no, that's just straight. Whatever.
Okay, so Cray, you take to the balcony, you play your violin, everything just, and well, you set a very dramatic tone. Iris, you grab the gun, alarms go off, you run, every single guard in the building starts chasing you. We'll get to that later. And yeah, Marvin sees you grab the gun, and they give chase as well. Okay, Spectre, you're disguised as a guard, and you just sort of approach the sword.
Yeah.
And we're just going to begin that. Well, we'll just begin this mini heist there. What's your plan?
Frost, are you with me?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to tip my hat, which is the signal, even though it's already happened. I'm going to drink my silence potion.
Okay.
And I'm going to gesture at Frost to smash this thing open.
Yay, charades time.
Because it's not going to make any noise at all when you do that.
Okay. Amazing.
Sorry, when we do what?
If you smash it open and basically smash and grab while I've drunk the silence potion, you're going to make no noise at all.
Okay. Then I guess I unfold my hammer, which maybe it was in the duffel bag. Who knows? I hold it still for an extra second because I can't hear the click at the end to make sure it's put together right. So I wait long enough just to make sure, and then I smash it.
Okay. What would you like to roll for this smash and grab then? Obviously, it's quiet. It's silent. The actual smash is going to be silent, but you're going to have to time it right.
Yep. I believe a wreck seems appropriate.
Yep, that sounds good.
do you get a bonus dice from the setups from
Yeah.
Barker?
Yep. You can have a bonus dice because you've been set up by Bark and Cray.
Okay.
Cray is
And
obviously distracting Yeah. Sorry.
what are stats on this? Is it risky standard or controlled?
This is desperate standard.
Oh, desperate? Okay.
Yep, you're literally trying to smash and grab one of the most valuable objects in the entire city.
Okay. What do I put for effect? Sorry.
Desperate. Don't forget to mark your XP.
I put that. That's a position. Are we doing great or standard?
Oh,
I mean, same difference.
standard effect, sorry.
Okay. And +1. Okay. We got.
Ooh. Okay, that's a 4 with a consequence. So you smash the hammer, you grab the sword, and just as are you just gonna try and take off with it?
I'm following Spectre's lead. Is that the plan?
Yeah, if you hand it over to me, I can try and secret it on my person.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you smash the case, you manage to grab the sword, hand it to Spectre, who manages to just slide it away out of sight. But then obviously at least a few people turn round and see they basically see you with a hammer in the smashed case, which is empty.
Oh, I didn't realize we were like in the open.
Yeah,
Nope.
everyone's been
It's the
distracted.
grand unveiling of the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just hear cries of "Stop, thief!"
How close are they
And
to
the
me?
point.
If you were to measure it in paces, would it be within like 10 paces from me?
Yeah. How far is 10 paces?
Dueling
Yeah.
distance, apparently, for some reason. Because if so, you hear nothing actually when they shout, because they're within the
Okay.
silence potion range.
I would like
Yeah.
to try and sway the entire crowd.
Okay, yes. That'll be desperate. But I'll give you a standard effect.
I love this silence potion. It's the most overpowered item. It really is.
Sorry, desperate standard, you said, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, yes. And I am going to use my mesmerism ability. When I sway someone, I may cause them to forget that it has happened until they next interact with you.
Oh, damn, you just...
to be kind of stunned.
How many new recruits can we get out of this caper, do you think?
That's amazing.
Oh, wow. Yeah, everyone's mesmerized for a moment. You're just going to take your leave then?
Yeah, I'm gonna nod at Frost and gesture at one door, and I'm gonna go to another door just in case something goes wrong.
Okay, I'm going to say if you and Frost should hit the bricks there, you've gotten away clean.
Let's do it.
That brings us to Bark and Cray. So Bark, you're being chased by every guard in the building, plus one very angry Hull, who could probably snap your neck without even thinking about it. What do?
Well, obviously, Bark is going to do this tactfully and shout that she's the great thief of the sun. Is the weapon loaded?
No, it's in a display case. So I'm going to say probably not.
Damn. She's going to, as she's running, she's going to point the gun at the crowd, and then immediately pull out her other gun and fire into the crowd of people chasing her.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, like I said.
Okay, so you trying to kill someone here?
No. Not trying, but it's probably going to happen anyway.
Oh my god. Okay, tell you what.
Getting real Alias vibes out of this.
Yeah. Okay, so you okay, let me word this another way. Are you just recklessly firing it, or are you actually trying to, at the very least, shoot at the ground so no one's getting quite a serious chance?
Firing it.
Okay. Okay, this is just going to be a straight up, yeah, Yeah, this is just going to be a straight fortune roll to see if anyone gets hit then.
So I hit the roll fortune button? Yes?
No, I'm going to roll this.
All right.
The crowd. Okay, so this is a crowd of basically no one, so... Oh god, I'm going to have to roll 2 dice and take the worst one. Actually, no, that doesn't quite make sense. We'll just call this a tier 2 faction. Just a random crowd of people. So, yeah. 1 to 3, someone's gonna... Well, if I roll a 1, someone's gonna die. If I roll a 3, someone's going to be grievously injured. And 4, 5, or 6, we'll let you off. Oh, that's a 5. Yeah, I'm going to say you've ruined someone's hat.
Oh, and it was such a good hat as well. It was one of those like that they wear to the to Royal Ascot. It's huge. It's got feathers in it.
Oh, my hat!
The heat we're gonna get for the hat. Oh,
Yeah, oh, yeah. Like 5 heat for the hat. It's a very good hat. In fact, that's the first. It's going to be the first thing on your wanted poster.
Yeah. And after that, I'm going to duck into try to duck into some alleyways.
Okay. Yeah. What do you want to roll to? Yeah, I'm gonna say randomly shooting in the crowd is probably going to make them back off, but not Marvin. So yep, you're basically going to be rolling to escape from Marvin here. Like maybe they'll calm down a bit later, but right now they are furious for some reason. What would you like to roll?
pick it up from the clubhouse.
I think the best thing to roll here, sadly, would be prowl.
Okay. Do you want to push yourself and take a devil's bargain?
Oh, what's the position and effect?
I'm gonna say risky standard because
I'm gonna say desperate great.
Okay, that's fine then.
I need the extra die here. I have no points in prowl.
Plus you get the XP for it.
Yeah, that's also a really good thing. Boop. Let's see how this goes. A 4.
Not bad.
Oh, that is a success with complications. I'm gonna say you managed to just duck out of the way, but Marvin basically launches a sort of a fletchet from their arm at you, and that grazes your foot. So take level 1 harm. Injured calf.
No self.
Actually,
Put extra heavy coats on top of Marvin.
Yes.
okay, you can resist that if you want to.
Nah, I'll take it.
Okay. Cray, obviously you've got the crowd mesmerized, and obviously the crowd that's not mesmerized has already chased the new master thief. So I'm gonna say you can probably just leave unless you want to do something else. Cray?
Ben, you muted? You dead, Ben? Ben Newman. You there? It's me.
Hello?
The son. Ah, there we go.
Hello.
That was weird.
Ben?
I don't know. Discord is being very weird with my mic. Yeah, I'm just gonna literally just walk out. I'll probably take off the burglar outfit coming down the stairs, but just gonna walk out the front door.
Okay. Yep, you just Thomas Crown out of there.
Hang on, what outfit are you wearing?
I put on a burglar outfit as well, so I'd be matching to.
I totally misheard that as burger outfit.
Yeah, it's a classic yellow minifigure head with the robber face on it. We had 2 of them.
I just like everyone else is in some sort of sneaking thing, and you're just
No, see,
dressed
Sorry,
just
I'll
like
get
Cray's just like, we're all looking for the guy who did this.
no. See, I'm the Lego burglar, while Cray is the Hamburglar.
yes.
I wasn't going to say it, but
Oh my god.
anyway, I'm going to say we're probably going to cut to the later that evening. And you're all showing up at Bennet's office. She's showing you in, and basically Folly and Ferdinand are already in there chatting about some sort of miniature-based war game endlessly. It's exhausting. Just from the snippet you hear.
I know that game. I once stole a nerd's entire army for myself. Oh fuck, was that Ferdinand's?
That was you?
I would offer to give it back, but I sold it to another nerd years ago, like last year, I think it was. Hey, I look at Folly. It was to him, in fact.
Oh God, that. My parents just told me that was a birthday present.
I love it when things come around. Yeah, we got the mirror.
And talking of presents, I've got a cone here as well.
It is your promotion, yes? Cone?
Now you can be the smart one.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, we put the mirror on her desk.
Perfect. Look. Oh, yes. The sun's just set. This is perfect. Look. And she basically wheels out the same telescope you saw earlier and snaps in the normal mirror. Now, okay. Every one of you, just take a quick look through this and tell me what you see.
I look through. I'm reckless.
Okay. What you basically see is, exactly what everyone sees when they look at the stars, the moon, and everything. It's all sort of wrong. Like, there's two moons. The stars are, for want of a better word, impossible to focus on no matter how hard you try. And of course,
Just a normal night sky.
Ah.
Yep. And obviously, if anyone else looks through, they see the same thing. And then Bennet smiles and says, "Okay, time to confirm my theory."
It's really lucky
And
it's not cloudy.
Yeah. I'll just do a fortune roll to see if there are any clouds in the sky. Yep. She quickly spends a couple of minutes taking the old mirror out, slotting this yawn in. And, well, it's pretty obvious it was actually designed to fit in a telescope like this, however many centuries ago it was made. And she just refocuses the telescope, looks inside, says, "Yes. Look at this."
What do we see?
Okay, so if any of you look in it, you see not a double image of the moon, cracked, but a perfectly clear image of the moon. And you see the stars in perfect focus. In short, you'd see what we on modern Earth would see.
Gordon Bennett.
The International Space Station.
You don't see an international space station that does not exist in this setting. A plane does fly by.
Is that a Tesla?
Oh my god, I forgot that was in orbit.
No, this is a power. This is a. Yeah, this isn't that dark fantasy. Elon Musk doesn't exist.
Only in our Pathfinder game.
I do not understand. So there are fewer dots, and there's only one moon. What am I looking at?
Well, have you seen what this mirror does in general? I assumed you did because you'd managed. Well, you'd probably looked at it a bit.
Of course.
It's a very special type of mirror. It can basically. It's hard to explain, but it basically focuses the images. Basically, if you have a blurred or distorted image, only an image, it fixes it and shows you what it would see if it was in a mirror of similar clarity to itself. Do you see what this means?
It can zoom in and hints.
No. What we know as the night sky is an image.
It's fake.
Not fake. Projected. Leaking in.
Is this the Samsung Night Sight AI controversy, but in mirror form?
My theory is simple. We believe conventional wisdom is that something happened to the sun, it broke, shattered for want of a better word. But what if the moon, the sun, the stars, as we knew them all those centuries ago, were fine? What if what's actually moved is, and she gestures to the ground,
Our feet.
So, wait, are you saying part of the Earth exploded?
what is this earth you speak of?
It means ground.
Oh, yes, no, I'm saying the entire planet has been trapped somewhere, sectioned off from the rest of the universe, left to slowly freeze. The sun isn't trying to remanifest itself, it's trying to break through, trying to pull us back to where we belong.
But why were we put here in the first place?
Well, that's a very good question. And she sits down in her chair and lights a pipe. A very good question indeed. And that's where we're going to leave it.
Oh my god!
Nice.
What an ending. Yes. Also, we have a chainsword now.
It's not, but it's not an actual chainsword. It's just a sword that was forged from a chain.
I know, but I'm still going to call it the chainsword, okay?
Yeah. To
You've already
be fair, that was what I was going for.
You want a dual wield, a ghost knife, and a chainsword?
Oh no, I'm not going to be using it. It is absolutely not for me. I'll probably hand it to Bark. Or maybe Frost.
I could use it on living problems.
I should clarify, it's not actually a battle-ready sword. It's just a very expensive heirloom.
I'm sure we could make it battle ready by using it once in battle.
Fair enough.
Anything can be battle ready in Frost's hands.
Yeah.
I mean, no, obviously,
Anything's close ready in Frost's hands. It has to already be battle ready.
obviously we adorn it somewhere in the church and use that as a sign of our legitimacy.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah.
The
Anyway.
orb and sword.
I will stop us here and go to the bye screen, and we'll handle downtime in just a sec. But huge thank you to Bree for running this. This was fantastic. What a hell of a heist.
Thanks for playing.
Oh yeah, that was really good. And to those of you watching at home, sucks to be you. You don't get to play. But yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back on Thursday. It's going to be great, but we'll be back with a different game. It's going to be D&D run by... it's not important. Run by Ben. It's run by Ben. It's going to be really good. I'm going to die. I'm going to die.
Oh, and then Friday we also have Guild of Icons again.
Not run by anyone important. They're going to die.
Excuse me, but the players really run the show, and we're very important.
Yeah, don't you know it?
Are you
Yeah.
though?
The ringmaster only runs with the permission of the clowns,
Oh, I like
and it
that.
says we're the clowns.